I'm here with Jamie Jolly, the designer of Avalon, the Riven Veil, a new game that will come out next year, I think. What, this year?
We're going to crowdfunding in a few months' time.
Okay.
So not long now.
Okay, can you give us a short introduction to your game?
Yeah, so this is Avalon, the Riven Veil. And so a couple of years ago I got COVID and I was sort of tripping balls in a fever dream. And I had a dream about this game, about the Misty Isles of Avalon, about the Arthurian myths, and all this crazy artwork. And so I woke up, I went out and tried to find an artist who could do all these things. We found this incredible artist in Pedro and Aitor, and they've made over 200 unique pieces of art, all delving into the mystical wonders of Avalon.
Yeah, we just spoke with Ito here.
Oh, he's fantastic. He's so great. He's so great. He deserves all the praise he gets for this thing. And so what the game is about is this is a kind of alternate retelling of the Arthurian myth. So in history, the Arthurian myth begins when it says that Arthur and Mordred fell at Camden Field, a single line that isn't expanded upon for nearly 200 years. And so this is a chance to tell that story about what really happened on Avalon. So we've got the real story for you here. So Arthur and Mordred, they fight. Arthur strikes down Mordred, shatters him with Excalibur, and Mordred drives Arthur through and mortally wounds him, and his body is taken back to Avalon through the misty twisting paths of the veil between the mortal realm and Avalon. But little did anyone know that Mordred didn't die that day. It turns out Mordred was a bit of a badass Dark Lord necromancer type, and instead of dying he refused that, followed the Arthur and the Lady of the Lake to Avalon and found a place that should never have been found. He stepped unholy feet on Avalon and woof, the veil was torn between the mortal realm and the Fey realm, and magic is bleeding out into the mortal realm, and like a beacon it's attracting all the factions of the world to either defile or defend Avalon. And that's why we're here on Avalon. Now the game itself, it's a 2 to 4 player, deeply thematic, asymmetric, exploration and area control game with a really cool hand management system. Shall we we can have a little talk about that. So when you're in the game, you start off the game, it's a beautiful map, it's all hidden away to begin with. And as you move your units into the board, you flip over the region tiles and start to explore Avalon, going deeper up and further in, gaining better and better rewards as you go around the board. Now, every time you go into a region, you're going to be able to get exploration bonuses and find out how valuable this region is going to be to you in the game. And you also get mythical beasts, you get mist cards, and when you go to a mist card you may turn them over and you may find either a mythical beast or an artifact. When these mythical beasts comes down, they're legendary creatures of power that you can bid for to join your team and gain their allegiance, or you might find artifacts, these kind of amazing epic abilities that they all have asymmetric abilities that can be equipped to your lords and your champions, and they're worth loads of victory points. They power up your characters as you go. If you want to win these, you've got to win the fight in the battles to be able to gain access to these. And so you're pushing up further in, going deeper into Avalon. Eventually somewhere on Avalon you're going to find the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is out there to be gained, and you can fight over the Holy Grail. You're gaining your beasts, you're bringing your armies in from left and right, trying to fight for the more valuable regions. And all the while this is happening, over here you've got some watery woman in a lake somewhere handing out swords. The Lady of the Lake is creating prophecies about the future ruler of the land, and whoever completes these prophecies will go up the favour track. Whoever's at the top of the favour track at the end of the season get to be able to control Excalibur. Excalibur will come down onto you. It wins all ties on Avalon. Very powerful artifact. Okay. And so you're exploring, you're gaining mythical beasts, you're getting ready for the battles to come. At the end of each season, there's a giant battle where war comes to Avalon in all the different regions. And then we can get to quick and talk about the hand management system. So the hand management system is a multi-use hand management system.
Multi-use cards.
Each card can be used 5 different ways, and let me explain how it works. So, every turn, you pick one of these wonderful unique cards. Every single card is unique in the game in both artwork and effect, but they fall into different categories. So, the yellow ones here are movement cards, green are deploys, blues are settles, and the reds are combat cards, each with different effects. So let's say you want to play this card here. The first thing you can do with a card is you can play it for its effect. The second thing you have to do is to play a card, you need to pay cards to play them. So the other thing they are is resources. You can pay a card to play this card, as it says up there. the next thing is when you play, you do this simultaneously. Everyone picks the cards they want to play, puts them face down the table, and then you do a reveal. Whoever has the highest number on their cards gets to go first. Now, super valuable because you get to explore first, you get to complete the prophecies first, really great. And then, so that's the third thing you get to do with the cards. The fourth thing is that when you find these wonderful mythical beasts who came out from all over Avalon, when you get them, the game stops and all of the players will do a blind bid using, you guessed it, cards for the thing, and you'll be able to bid for the mythical beast. So you've got to gauge how valuable is that dragon to you right now. Are you going to use the cards to bid for the dragon? Are you going to hold them to pay for the cards you want to pay? Or are you going to play that card for its effects? What are you going to do with it? And on top of that, finally, when you're all ready and all the battles are all primed to go, war comes, and then you can use these cards for combat effects and adding extra bonus cards to the battle as well. So 5 different effects you can have with the cards, all wrapped up in a super crunchy tight space. And the game takes about 2 hours to play for 2 players, up to 4 players, so about 3 hours. But there's a shorter version of the game. You can play it all kinds of ways. There's a standee version and a miniatures version that you can play. So you can choose which way you want to go there. And there's even symmetric and asymmetric faction powers. So you can choose a simpler game if you want to just get used to it, or you can have this asymmetric section. This is where some really cool stuff comes out. Let's take you get Knights of the Round, for instance. Over here, you see, here's Guinevere. She's lost her husband, but she's got a faction objective, the once and future king. She knows he's out there somewhere. She's going to go find him. She's going to bring him back no matter what. So if she can gather enough artifacts and power, she's going to be able to flip her board, and she's going to bring back King Arthur. He's going to come back, kicking butt, taking names, and both lords are going to be moving around the game together. Also, they're going to have unique special champions that are named. So you've got your Galahad, Lancelot, Wayne, they're all here for the taking, as well as big, fat, powerful settlements they can use to control the map. Over here, it's a bit different. Mordred, he doesn't have any friends, but what he can do is eat mythical beasts. So he can nom on all the mythical beasts. He gains power, and as he gains his faction power, he can flip his board, and he becomes the Lord of Death, Mordred Ascendant, and he can start teleporting around the board to different battles. He has altars of bones. He spreads around corruption around the board, creating undead hordes that can like shamble their way across and help them get victory. So very asymmetric factions if you want them. And there's 2 more factions we haven't revealed yet. They're coming. It's a 2 to 4 player game. We've only got 2 here. And yeah, if anyone's kind of interested in seeing a bit more of the game as we get to the campaign, we're going to be coming to crowdfunding in the next few months. And so it's Avalon the Riven Veil. And if you want to go to our website, which is www.shadowborn-games.com, or you'd like to see this QR code that's on screen right now, then you can just type that in and come and sign up for an email. We'll just send you one email, just remind you this thing exists, because if you're anything like me, at the end of this video, you'll completely forgot this exists. So just a quick reminder there. Yeah, also, if you do come and join us on day 1, this is Vernax. This is the mad god of Avalon, the Dragon Lord. If you come and join us for day 1, he's free to everyone who comes and joins us at the beginning of the campaign. It's a little thank you from us.
So what fascinates you about the Arthurian legends that you created this game?
I mean, it comes with part and parcel of being British. You can't swing a cat in this country without hitting some sort of sword in a stone or some magic castle or something. So you spend your whole life growing up with that stuff. I used to love sitting in my garden reading the tales of knights and chivalry that we used to have. This little book. It was all the tales of Arthur. It's just been with me since I was a kid.
Do you have a favorite movie of the Arthurian legend?
Oh, favourite movie? You know what, I'm pretty partial. I've watched that Guy Ritchie one, the new one, a few times. The soundtrack for that, I know it's a bit modern, it's got a light twist on it, but there's some really cool stuff there. It really gets quite deep in the mythology things, and the music's great.
Okay, yes. Thank you for the introduction, and yeah, Avalon will be available on Kickstarter in July?
Yeah, so crowdfunding, we haven't said which platform we're going, but it's next few months. So,
okay, next few months?
Q3, Q4.
Okay. Is the design already finished?
Oh yes, yes, it's getting there. It's very much. We're very fortunate. We had 200 playtesters off the back of having a bit of success with Oathsworn, which was our first game that we've made. It's been wonderful. We had such a great community around that. They've come to help us out with this one too. So we've got 200 playtesters just absolutely destroying, rebuilding, fixing, harnessing, shaping. It's like polishing this game up. It's an incredible gift because so few games get to have that bigger group of people come to help them like harness everything and make it all like sharpened up and polished. So very, very thankful to our playtesters who are helping us with this.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Yes.
From what I can tell you about the idea itself and the aesthetic, because I'm the one in charge, I know he was kind of like well, Oathsworn is a pretty dark game with this grim dark aesthetic, and this is like the other end of the spectrum. We really wanted to take all these colors and bring them into the table, make a really colorful game, high fantasy game, and really wanted to make it beautiful, you know, and striking.
Yeah, it looks quite striking. Yeah. And how was your process like to illustrate the game? How did you come up with the ideas, or how did you collaborate with Jamie?
Well, for the cards, because I'm the illustrator of the cards, there are two more other illustrators, one for the map and one for the faction boards. And for the cards, at least, the way I work on them was like thinking about the effect they would have, and thinking about their title, and well, trying to get in touch with some symbologies I might know about, for example, tarot decks, and I really wanted to give those a mystical feeling, even while making them practical to play, and also like really wanted to convey the beautiful land of Avalon, this legendary island. All of the skies in the cards have these beautiful auroras, and yeah, try to convey this magical atmosphere, even in some of the war cards. Like, yeah.
Do you have a favorite King Arthur book or film or movie or something?
Well, I'm not really that familiar with that. I do really like the iterations of the characters in the game Smite. Okay. Because I'm more of a video game guy, but yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to Avalon.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's Aitor, the one of the artists of Avalon, and see you.